Hi guys, May the force, requirements collector be with you. And for this we made
a demonstration video of requirements collector, a tool for automatically extracting requirement specification and user feedback for supporting developers evolving their software. Particularly, the context of our work is built around the division of requirement engineering room, where we have developers discussing with practitioners about problems, about a limitation about their software, and there is actually an interactive board that helps them to identify what actually need to be improved in their products. In particular, this demo proposed two main components to enable the implementation of this vision: the transcript classifier, review classifier, that helps to automatically transcribe and classify, transform in user story speech or topics discussed during a requirement engineering conversation. From the other side, this information about specification also enhanced by considering user feedback that can provide other information about aspects to improve about software. So, what are the main elements that characterize this demo? The approach is built around Java and R script, as you can see, as a Java runnable command line that can be used and has specific prerequisites to work. First of all, we need a specific version of Java, and we need a specific packages from R working and properly installed. Once this task is done, then we can actually use the tool for automatic classify, use feedback according to requirement specification to help developers improving the software. From the other side, we can actually classify automatically requirements, transcripts deducted by audio recording from requirement engineering conversation, and classify them automatically. So how does this work? The way it works, it's very simple. We provide also a sample of data to run the tool. So what we need is, first, even if you download, for example, a dataset from this repository, what you get is the Java command line tool, but also you also have example of data, transcript, and review data from previous work. I just show you, for example, how it looks like user view. So if you see there are reviews that are identified from mobile application. Each of them characterize a specific feature to enhance, provide specific information about aspect of the application, or even discussing bugs. So how does we can do that? How does the tool does the classification automatically? So in the beginning, what we have, as we've seen, you have just the truth set of reviews that can be automatically classified with our tool, and to make it working, we only need to fill a XML file that is needed to enable the first analysis, which is analysis of the oracle, and to build the term-by-byte operator matrix that will be used as input to machine learning model to automatically classify reviews according to the category that you have seen in the example. So here you have basically a representation of the XML file that you will find in the example, and then I show you in a second. So typically what you specify where the R script that are used by the main command line will be are located, the location of the bar of the reviews that will be analyzed with the set, and then the rest is needed to specify where the training and test data will be generated, and for enable the machine learning classification. So once this XML file is filled with the local path that you have in your local machine, then you can actually run the command line. The command line works in two modalities expressed, and I will do a demo on the user view analysis, but the way the command line works is exactly the same for transcript data. So the command line requires actually to specify first parameter, which is Oracle and TDB analysis, which actually build the turn by document matrix by taking in account the user review. And finally, we using the XML file also decide which and where which data need to be analyzed specifically and where the data need to be stored. But let's run the command. So what I did, I created a command line example that I can actually use easily for this demo, where I specify where the location of the XML file that I filled and the command Oracle and TDB analysis. So to run this script, so I went locally where the gr file, the command line version of the tool is located, and I ran the first command. If everything goes fine, then basically the tool collect and analyze the data, and basically what we had before, what we had just a file containing the set built for each review, create a file, corresponding file that is actually preprocessed and and it's created under this folder, the processed version of it, and term by document matrix are generated to enable the machine learning classification. Just show how they are structured. For example, TDF full Oracle matrix contain the full dataset that you have seen before, represented in terms of term by document matrix, where the last element is represented by the variable that we need to actually predict, while the other element or feature represent the terms that appear in that domain, and that would be used to enable the classification. This set of files are basically ideal for being used in Wiki, and we showcase how to use them with the next command line. So now we have, again, we are in the same location where we were before, and the next command to execute as reported in the guideline is the one that performs the machine learning analysis. This document is pretty straightforward. Basically, in the XML file, it's specified where the generated machine training dataset are saved, and we can select the machine learning to use to enable the machine learning classification and where to store the data. Let's go in practice. Let's see how the results look like when running the second command, which enable the classification or user review. So as you can see, I selected G48 as model in the command line tool, and what actually the model does, as you can see here, we select the G48 model, actually execute that model and perform the machine learning classification. There are different modalities where you can actually run the tool. Can be training and test set, can be based on tenfold validation. So there are two modalities that can be run. I select a tenfold validation so that I can actually use the entire dataset for computing the results. And as you can see here, they are printed out in the shell, but if you come back and you see where the location of the file that you have specified to enable the storage of the information, you will find that this file is actually stored there and is exactly matching the information that you have seen before from the command line. So that was to showcase a bit how the tool works for enabling the user view classification. Similar commands are defined, and to run them you need to adapt, as we've seen before, location, the local path for the analysis of TD term by document generation and for the machine learning subsequent classification. With that, I want to thank you guys for your attention, and for any question, don't hesitate to contact me and Sebastiano Panichella and Marcela Ruiz.